Hey, what's going on everybody? My name is Holden Blaze, and today we're going to be talking about Quant cryptocurrency. Quant is actually a very unique cryptocurrency and is more scarce than Bitcoin. However, it has a completely different use case. I will be outlining the use case of Quant token in this video, along with going over the tokenomics, the founding team, and my price predictions. I will also be comparing Quant to other interoperability plays within the crypto ecosystem and telling you why I am most bullish on Quant. Let's start by defining what interoperability is. Interoperability is the business of connecting blockchains with one another. This allows for the flow of data between these blockchains, which allows for the sending of messages and tokens. Unlike other interoperability projects, Quant is mainly focused on institutional money. It is mainly focused on targeting these legacy organizations who have a bunch of money and are trying to get into the crypto ecosystem. Instead of them just using one specific blockchain, they can go to Quant so they can get data from multiple blockchains to better run their business. As you can see by this graphic, there are a lot of use cases for Quant in the enterprise realm. However, there is also a use case for the crypto community. Quant allows blockchain developers to create MDApps. DApps are decentralized applications, and MDApps are decentralized applications that are running on multiple blockchains. Obviously, there are use cases for both, but I think it's really cool that Quant allows for MDApps to be created, even though their main focus is getting these institutional players as customers. See, in order to use the Quant Overledger technology, users have to pay in Quant token. That is bullish for token price, and I really do like the fact that they have a fixed fee structure. This allows these institutions to know how much they're paying each month. This is very good in my opinion for attracting institutional money because these players do not want a varying cost each month. But talking a little bit more about the Overledger that Quant has, it basically sits on top of different blockchains, and I know that's kind of hard to visualize, but this graphic does a pretty good job. You can see at the bottom there is the transaction layer with the two ledgers, and then on top of that is Quant's Overledger. Basically anything sitting on top of the Quant Overledger is something that a customer is paying for, and the Overledger itself gets the data it needs from those sources and is able to distribute it from multiple blockchains. This works from the bottom up as well, as these outside institutions can get information from these blockchains. This makes it easy to see why Quant has so many use cases. As crypto becomes more mainstream and more institutions start picking up on using blockchain technology, a lot of them are going to want to sit on top of the Overledger because they want access to multiple chains of data. Now, there are other projects in the crypto ecosystem that are in interoperability. Notably, there is Polkadot and Cosmos, and both of these are fundamentally different than Quant. These two projects are trying to link different blockchains together and do not receive data from any outside institution or MDApp. The crypto project that is the most similar to Quant fundamentally, I believe, is Chainlink. Chainlink obviously links chains together, however, it does have access to outside information and data. I am very bullish on Chainlink, however, I'm making this video on Quant for a reason. It's mainly the tokenomics. You can see here Quant is roughly $1.5 billion in market cap, and 81% of the total supply is already in the circulating supply. That makes me very bullish because it shows me that the inflation rate on QNT is not very high, and in fact with a supply of under 15 million tokens, it is much more scarce than Bitcoin. They are absolutely different projects. However, I really like that Quant kind of copied Bitcoin's style and tokenomic structure, as it adds an element of scarcity and more value to the QNT token. If we compare that to a project like Chainlink, we can see that only 56% of the total supply is on the circulating market, despite the fact it is roughly $8.8 billion in market cap. That means that Quant is over 5 times smaller than Chainlink and would have to go up 500% to reach the same market cap that Chainlink is at right now. I personally prefer Quant's tokenomics over Chainlink. Chainlink does have a high inflation rate, and given the fact that the market cap is already nearing 10 billion, I think the percentage gain on Quant in the next year is going to be a lot higher than Chainlink. Again, absolutely no hate to Chainlink. I am a fan of the project. I just like Quant a little bit more. The one red flag we should look out for is the fact that Quant was an ICO. This is usually a big red flag in the crypto space and a much worse way to launch a token than something like Caspa, which did a fair launch. However, I personally don't think that's reason enough to completely rule out Quant. Yes, it was an ICO, and the people who bought in at the ICO made a lot of money. However, I personally think a lot of those individuals sold a good portion of their bags last cycle, and we can see here that Quant is somewhat decentralized. Now, this isn't the most compelling pie chart I've ever looked at. However, we should note that 62% of the total supply is being held in addresses not in the top 100. The top 100 holders collectively own 37.4% of all quant, which is something I'm honestly neutral on. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's honestly not that bad. We obviously will get some big holders looking to sell next cycle. However, it's like that with every single cryptocurrency. As a whole, I really do like Quant's tokenomics, and looking at that max supply number alone should get you interested in QNT. I also want to briefly talk about the founder of Quant itself. This is Gilbert Verdin, and you can see that his CV is extremely impressive. He has worked for companies like MasterCard, the Ministry of Justice. He has ties to the UK Parliament, the European Commission, the United States Federal Reserve System, and the Bank of England. His resume is very impressive, and this dude knows finance. He knows finance, and he knows about institutional money. He's worked with it for years, and I really do think he is a great person to be running Quant. Now that you know about the use case and the tokenomics of Quant, we're going to look at some price predictions. Now, you should all know I am not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. This is just my own opinions and thoughts on QNT token, and I'm just going to be comparing it to a few other cryptocurrencies within the space. First off, like we've been talking about, Quant is very comparable to Chainlink, and if Quant was to match the market cap of Chainlink, it would have to do a 5x. Now, if Quant was to reach the all-time high in market cap that Chainlink was able to reach, it would be up over a 12.5x. The price of Quant would be sitting around $1,500, and I personally think that is a decent target for this bull run. I actually have some higher targets for Quant, and I do believe it will overshoot the $1,000 mark. I've seen a lot of talk on Reddit about Quant falling short of the $1,000 mark, and personally, I don't see that happening. I think Quant at $1,000 is comparable to Caspa hitting $1. Like, yes, it will see a nice run up, and it's not a bad time to take some initial profits. However, I just personally have a gut feeling that both of those will completely overshoot those price targets. One thing I've realized being in crypto is that cryptocurrency is all about max pain. Like for Quant price has been going nowhere for months. It has been painful to hold Quant and watch the rest of the crypto market just skyrocket. It seems like you're holding a stable coin. I've seen all the jokes about Quant, and I get it. Like, it's super frustrating, especially when every run up is just met with a rejection and a further downtrend. I personally know from tracking Quant last cycle that when it is the most boring and painful to hold Quant, that is the worst time to sell. If you sell, it's almost guaranteed Quant is going to start melting faces to the upside, and I honestly think all the people looking to sell at 1,000 are also going to experience max pain because Quant will rip higher and leave that price target in the dust. That is my own personal opinion, pure speculation. However, I am looking at a $2,000 Quant next cycle. I will personally bet money against Quant going above $5,000. In fact, if Quant was to hit 4,900, I would be trying to short it because I personally think that Quant will fall short of the big price target everyone's talking about. It's all a psychological game in cryptocurrency, and if everyone is trying to sell at $5,000, there's no chance it's going to touch $5,000. However, $5,000 is admittedly way too bullish. Again, I am looking more towards $2,000, and if we compare Quant to Polkadot, we can see that that is absolutely possible. If Quant was to reach the market cap of Polkadot last bull run at $56 billion, Quant would be valued around $3,800. This is around the top end of my estimate. I would not be shocked if we saw Quant in the 3,000s for a brief period of time. This would definitely be a pure speculative bubble that will pop eventually. But as we all know, in crypto, prices can keep pumping and not seem to care about certain price targets. And I would not be completely shocked to see a $3,000 Quant. I do think this is very bullish, and $50 billion in market cap is my most bullish guess for Quant this cycle. However, we need to note that even a project like Polkadot, Quant is 5.8x times smaller than it. There is a lot of upside just to catch up to the market cap of these other interoperability plays, and we know due to the tokenomic structure of Quant, Once QNT starts going up in price, it will start to move in a big way. We just need to see a lot of eyes on QNT cryptocurrency, and the demand will skyrocket price. Exchanges will start to run out of quant next cycle when the euphoria is hitting, and we will see straight vertical price action at some point. You have to be patient. I know all of us are toughing it out, holding quant while it's going absolutely nowhere. However, you need to know it is one of the projects I'm most bullish on. If you want to see the cryptocurrency that I have the most conviction in headed into 2024, check out this video right here and why I think it could one day flip Ethereum. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.